Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to English with Dane, a podcast designed to improve your English. As always, I'm your host, Dane, and you can find me on Instagram at English with Dane. If you want a full transcript of this and all future episodes, send me a message, and if you don't use Instagram, send me an email at englishwithdane@gmail.com. Today's episode is about common mistakes in English. We all make mistakes when we speak, whether it's our second language or even our first. So what I want to do today is go over, repasar, some common mistakes that come up a lot, que surgen mucho, when I'm teaching. That way, you'll be more aware of them, serás más consciente de ellos, and you will be less likely to make them. Sound good? Let's go. You are listening to episode 84 of English with Dane. Hit it. Okay, we have officially started the show, so let's talk about the first common mistake. What I'll do is start by saying it the wrong way so you can hear it and have a chance to guess or deduce where the mistake is. Here we go. Number 1. I'll call to him later. Tell them to call to me. Maybe this isn't one you make, but it's one that comes up with lower level students a lot. The mistake here, of course, is to add to after the verb call to them, instead of the correct call them. We never ever use the word to there. Well, you know how I feel about saying never, because I'm sure there's an extremely specific context in which you can, but you don't have to worry about it. Never say call to. Just say call, and then the person you are talking about. I have to call Jorge. Call me later. I'll call you after dinner, etc. Okay, here's the second common mistake. I'll give you a few examples of incorrect sentences. He wants to know where are you? I want to know what time is it? It depends on where is it. So here the mistake has to do with, tiene que ver con, word order. So when we ask a question, we say something like, how are you? But when it is no longer a question, we need to change the order to how you are. So, él quiere saber cómo estás is he wants to know how you are. It's not he wants to know how are you. Incorrect. We can't insert a question there. I know it's a bit confusing because in Spanish it doesn't change. ¿Cómo estás? Or él quiere saber cómo estás. But in English you have to be careful with that one. Another example. Translate this one in your head, okay? Le dije a ella dónde estabas. Not a question. So it translates to I told her where you were. So be careful with word order when it's a question versus when it isn't. Next one. This one isn't really a grammatical mistake. It's just a really confusing false friend that I hear all the time. Here's the incorrect sentence. Are you going to assist to the meeting? Or are you going to assist the meeting? The correct version of this sentence is, are you going to attend the meeting? It's confusing, right? Because in Spanish we say asistir a un evento, or una reunión, or whatever. But in English we use the verb attend. It's extra confusing because attend sounds like atender, which has a different meaning. In English, when you say assist, it means to help. If you assist someone, you help them. If you like sports, you can remember this one easily, because in sports, When you pass the ball to someone and they score, y ellos anotan, you assisted them, right? Diste la asistencia. But remember, you attend an event and you assist a person. Next common mistake. Here's an incorrect sentence to start. He explained us the problem. I don't understand. Can you explain me? So here the issue is that we don't really say that at all. In English, you explain something to someone. You can't just say explain and then a person, like in Spanish. You need to explain something to someone. For example, she had to explain the ending of the movie to us because we didn't understand it. Or, I had to explain the software to the new employee, etc. Okay, I have one more common mistake before I go. Here's an incorrect example. See if you can figure out, si puedes descifrar, the common mistake. I bring you a glass of water. I get you a blanket. I open the door. It maybe doesn't sound that strange to you because in Spanish, that's how we would say these things, right? Te traigo un vaso de agua. Te traigo una manta. Abro la puerta. However, in English, that same structure doesn't work. There are a few ways to communicate this. I think the best translation is shall I? Shall I bring you a glass of water? Shall I bring you a blanket? Shall I open the door? But for me, the issue is that it doesn't sound that natural. Don't get me wrong, it's perfectly natural, but I wouldn't say it, for example. It sounds a bit too British for me, and a bit like an older person would say that, but I think that's just a personal thing. I would say, do you want me to? Do you want me to bring you a glass of water? Or maybe I would just say, do you want a glass of water? And the part of me bringing it to you is implied. I think with the example of opening the door, I would say, should I open the door? But now there's an element of it being something I must do, no? Como un deber. This is an interesting one, and I think the explanation will change or vary depending on the teacher or person you ask. You can choose any of the options I just mentioned. Just don't say, I bring you a glass of water, I open the door, because it sounds really strange. Stick to shall for now, and you'll be all right. Okay, that's the show for today. Thanks for listening. I hope you learned something, and I hope you apply what you learned to your everyday life. Remember to practice as much as possible whenever you can, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, 2 minutes a day, whatever. What's important is that you stay consistent. Support English with Dane by subscribing or following the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And remember to give it a 5-star rating and leave a review if you can. It all helps. Share it with friends, family, colleagues, or anyone who you think would enjoy it. All right, talk soon. Bye-bye.